Are you looking for a healthy, yet easy and delicious meal to make for you and your family? Southwest spaghetti squash bowls are a good replacement for your traditional Southwestern foods such as tacos, burritos, and nachos. Not only is a Southwest spaghetti squash bowl healthier than other options, it also tastes great. I was introduced to spaghetti squash last year when we grew it in our family garden. Since then, I have become obsessed with spaghetti squash and have used it many times for a bunch of different meal replacements. While some people are unaware of spaghetti squash is healthy and delicious because it is low carb, low calorie, and it tastes great. Southwest spaghetti squash is healthy and delicious alternative to a high carb meal. Spaghetti squash is low carb with only 7 grams of carbohydrates per 1 cup. It's pretty amazing. Now that I have discussed how spaghetti squash is a great alternative to higher carb meals, I will explore how this meal is easy to prepare. So first, what I like to do is I preheat my oven to 425 degrees. While that's preheating, I get a medium-sized spaghetti squash, I cut it in half, and I take the inside out. The inside consists of like seeds and different fillings, kind of similar to a pumpkin. So I scrape that out on both halves. Once I discard all of that stuff, I drizzle it with olive oil. I like to use extra virgin organic olive oil. Drizzle it with that, and I season it lightly with some salt and pepper. Once I have done that, I take both halves, and then I get a cookie sheet. I line it with foil, and I put the halves facing down so that way they can cook. Now I cook that for approximately 30 minutes or so. While that's cooking, I start with my filling. I get 1 pound of ground beef. I use extra lean ground beef. I get 1 can of black beans, 1 can of corn, and I make sure to drain all of the liquid out of it. I also get 1 medium size or large size onion. I dice that up finely, and I put all of that mixture inside of the ground beef. Once I have mixed all that in together, I then get some taco seasoning. I use Tones. This is also from Sam's Club. I use probably about 2 tablespoons, but you can use whatever your taste buds desire. You know, some people like more seasoning, some people like less. I use approximately 2 tablespoons of it. So once I get my filling going and I'm waiting for my spaghetti squash to get done, then I get an avocado, I dice that up, and I get a lime and I cut that in half. So once my stuff is done out of the oven, I then get a fork and I scrape the insides out. Like I get it nice and fluffy, and you know, it's like little strands. It kind of looks like spaghetti, and that's why they call it spaghetti squash. Once I have done that, I then get my mixture that I have made, the ground beef mixture, and I put some of that inside of the spaghetti squash bowl, and I mix that all in so it's all blended in well. Once I have done that, then I get some cheese. I get the reduced fat Fiesta blend cheese. I get that at Walmart. Put a nice heaping handful of cheese right on top of there. Then I put it back in the oven and I let it get melted. Probably about another 10 minutes or so it takes. So then once that's done, then you wait for it to melt and then it's completed. So once it's completed, I top my spaghetti squash with avocado. As you can see, I got my sliced avocado. I then get a little bit of salsa and a little bit of sour cream, and then it's completed. It's really delicious. So Southwest spaghetti squash is a simple all-in-one meal to prepare. All of the ingredients are contained inside of the spaghetti squash half. It can be served right inside of the half. You don't have to, you know, take everything out and eat it separately in a bowl. It's inside of the half. So it's pretty easy and it's fun for the children. After discussing how Southwestern spaghetti squash bowls are being simple all-in-one meal, I will now discuss how Southwest spaghetti squash bowls are fun for the entire family. Southwest spaghetti squash bowls are served inside of the spaghetti squash half. This unique way of serving this dish adds creativity and fun to dinner time that the children really enjoy. My 5-year-old daughter enjoys Southwestern spaghetti squash bowls. She thinks that they are fun and gets a kick out of eating her dinner right outside of the half. Presentation is a key part in the culinary process, and a fun and creative presentation helps kids to eat vitamin-rich foods. First, I discussed how spaghetti squash is a delicious and healthy alternative to your traditional hard-carb meals. Second, I explored how Southwestern spaghetti squash is a simple and easy to serve all-in-one meal. Finally, I explained how Southwest spaghetti squash bowls being served right inside of the half is unique and creative. This adds fun to mealtime for the children. While some people are unaware of spaghetti squash is healthy and delicious because it is low carb, low calorie, and it tastes great. Southwest spaghetti squash bowls are healthy and fun for my family, and I hope that I have inspired you to try this delicious yet simple meal with your family as well. Thank you for your time and your attention.